College Station, Texas, today at the home of the 12th man as the Texas A&M Aggies will set out this afternoon to open the season with a victory at Kyle Field. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Slithers into space, and he's brought down after a nice game. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything, and the U is known for attitude, and when they play physical, they've got great teams.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab on the left. Powers through. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. They'll try the run, and they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Williams looking for a man. He makes the connection. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
From the gun, the ground game. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. And here comes the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And the kicker starts the year perfect. Nice job, nice way to start the year. The offense takes the football down the field. Yeah, you want to get touchdowns, but getting points on the first drive to start the season, really nice job by this unit.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Offense set on first down. The run to the left. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually...
And the ball is picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Southern Miss is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Mississippi State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes, over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, he clearly wanted to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Carr. And they'll move the chains and get it to the... line.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
They're going back to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 10, Texas A&M 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They move the tight end all over. Just destroying his way through the field. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Williams will pass. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on fourth down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And the blitz gets to him just like that. I don't think when the quarterback called out the Mike backer that he knew that the Mike backer was going to come calling on him quite so quickly.
It was good timing, right? Like, you don't want to show it too soon where the offensive lineman call it out and pick you up. You could tell did a good job buying a little bit of time, and then on the snap, boom, shot out of a cannon, right to the quarterback, gets the sack.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, Miami.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Guess that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Feeling some heat. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd down, going up top. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Snags it inside the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Will take over 1st and 10.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right foot.
see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Crosses the 35. Afterburners coming. At the 20. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Southern Miss is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by 11 to Mississippi State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To throw, it's Wegman. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's open on the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And the Aggies getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Coming after it. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. They're trying to get to it. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Slips through the line. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Williams looking for a man. Caught. How much does it help your blocking scheme to have a guy who finds the crease? He gets to the 39. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Hurricane! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Quarterback adapted. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Going up top on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got room at the 35. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
With the score, Miami 31, Texas A&M 14.
Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the...
Oh, look out! He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. I know they put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That score bit tire cutting into that lead. Now you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Williams will pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Going over the top. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Got room on the return. Running inside the 20. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Never a doubt.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would like to see the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can go.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Carr. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After that last pick, David, take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the offense. Power football with the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. Williams looking for a man. Hit as he throws. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dan.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Buys a little time with his feet. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Getting some heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Georgia.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
This is a long 4th down try, but the offense stays on the field. Quarterback checking the play. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Turns it loose deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. After that latest answer, ties things up, just about set to kick it away again. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This should be the last play of the quarter. The give on the inside. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Snags it over the middle. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Canes want to crank the tempo.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Shakes off the defender. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
The throw to the outside is complete, and he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they've got on second down. Williams will pass. Fires to the right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Fires toward the target. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight. It's close. Tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. To the air. It's Wegman. Using the quick game. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
It's tough on the defense. They're third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, on offense, defense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Ball is loose. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
First game of the year, you're always worried about turnovers, right? And this guy has the ultimate nightmare on his first touch of the year. Puts the ball on the ground. He's got to be able to flush that out now. You got to get ready to go play the next play.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Of 11. Second down.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. Offense gets set for second down. Williams looking for a man. Buying some time. Fires downfield. He makes a catch. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage. And he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
The give to the tailback. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Might as well stick with him. And the Hurricanes will keep this drive going.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Looking for more room. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
I get it. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
What a finish we have unfolding here. The offense in the waning moments and a chance to take the lead. Quick timeout by the defense here. same call.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. On the ground. Touchdown, Aggies! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal them for you.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
The sure hands, it's Carr. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll throw it on first down. Pulls it in. It's Carr. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Williams will pass. They're bringing heat. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
On second down, just keeps firing. He's going up top here late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to go up top on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer,